popcorn. We are two niggas spoiling movies. Yeah. Brandon Collins, that's me, and Justin Brown for your movie needs. Media popcorn. Woo! You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it. Spoil it in your face. That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault.
It's a great song.
It is. I was very ignorant about what the seed was about.
Oh God, Brandon!
I remember
I fucking 2.
I played it like I was on a date. I played it, and this chick was like, "You know, it's about like knocking up a woman, right?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah." I actually put it in like this new script I wrote where like I remember playing I used to make mix CDs romantically and shit. I would put Nelly's "Loving Me" on it because I like the beat and I thought it was like a sweet song. But there's a verse where he basically says like his chick likes him so much that she'll work the street for him. And I had no idea. And apparently her parents learned that I put that song in the mix and she could have talked to me. But yeah, for the purpose of the script, because it takes place in 1999, I changed it to The Slide by Google Dolls. Because did you know that song is actually about abortion?
No, I don't even know the song you're talking about.
Why don't you just slide? You don't know that song, Google Dolls?
Nope.
Same album they had that song from City of Angels.
Oh yeah, I have no idea. I don't know any song, Google Dolls. No, I don't know any Google.
And I don't want the world to see me.
Oh yeah, okay, I know that song. That song.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a white folk classic.
Yes, it is. It's just a classic. But yeah, white people do love that shit. Not as much as they like Sweet Caroline. Hey, folks, clearly this is Media Popcorn, and we don't want to talk about Seed of Chucky. We're doing everything we can to avoid this. But for introductions, I'm Eddie Collins.
Guys, this is Justin Brown.
And we are talking about the 2004 film that actually was released in theaters. I can't believe it. Seed of Chucky. This actually was the last Chucky film released in theaters for good reason. Written and directed by, I believe this is Chucky creator, Dan Mancini. He's the creator of Chucky. So he took over the franchise, directed it. Similar to David Goyer.
This is what he did?
Yeah, similar to what David Goyer did with Blade Trinity. You know, he was the writer for all the Blade movies, finally got the chance to direct, and it's a fucking shit show. It's a disaster.
Yeah.
This is one of the worst
movies. Niggas need to know their goddamn their lane.
Yeah. This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. From the beginning,
it's horrible.
The CGI sperm, first of all, that's a fucked up version of Look Who's Talking. It's a really twisted, I don't know what the fuck was happening. And then it's just such terrible CGI. Like, it's egregiously bad.
Yes.
And folks, this is on Netflix. No, I watched it on Peacock. I think that's why I watched it.
Yeah, same.
And the gross intro, like it's just like you see a bunch of sperm, and so you're thinking about Chucky and Tiffany fucking, and you're like, that doesn't even make sense.
Hey, I can't believe we're gonna have to sit here and have a conversation about fucking dolls fucking jizzing.
Oh, we gotta talk about that doll anatomy because it's I was about to call people baby. Listen, folks, we're barely scratching the surface of how fucking crazy this movie gets. We get to a turkey baster scene where Chucky jerked off into a cup to Fangoria because the regular porns don't do it for him. And so he can impregnate the real Jennifer Tilly with his seed to have babies that his child can possess. His child who's also gender fluid, who apparently has 2 split personalities. And it is, first of all, the baby who is also called Shitface at the beginning.
Yes.
Why does he look like that? Why did they settle on that's the design?
Yeah, I mean, if they were going for unsettling, they definitely hit the mark.
The best part of this movie is the beginning with the British family. We only see flashes of what Shitface looks like before he's taken in by this weird ventriloquist. He's with this British family that like are sent this doll, and they're like, "Mommy, is this a little doll?" Blah, blah, blah. And like he looks ugly, he looks creepy, right? Then this nigga kills the dad. That was a fun scene though, when he stabbed dad, and then like they go
riding him down to the bottom,
and then he goes running back up, breathing very heavily, trying to kill the wife in the shower. I'm like, how's she not hear this breathing?
I mean, but at the same time, when you got small legs like that trying to run up the stairs, it's probably going to take a lot out of you.
I get, damn. Yeah, I mean, true. I mean, you know me, I'm 5'6", so I used to have that 3-story walk up. By the time I got to the third floor, man, it's not just my lungs. I was winded. You know what I mean?
Mm,
It was
that's why you
tough.
got that's why you got those big old legs on you. You're doing like, it's like a stairmaster.
Yeah, yeah, man. I remember being
And that's real shit.
I remember being in Machu Picchu, and like I
Mm,
didn't know that I was on. So when you get off the bus, when you finally get to Machu Picchu, right? It's like a
mm,
fucking jungle until you get to like the tombs and shit, like right.
yeah.
And so I'm just walking up. I'm like, me and the cousin Johnny, we're just hustling up these stairs, not realizing that's the big. Like when you get to the stairs at the beginning of the trail, that's the beginning of it, right? So we're like hustling up, going up like fast and shit, thinking we're like going to get to the entrance. Turned out we were on the fucking thing the whole time. So by the time we actually get to like the attraction, we're all
Mm.
winded and shit. We're like, fuck,
You're like, how much more do we gotta go?
bro.
No.
We barely scratched the surface of it. You can do that whole thing for days.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, we did it for I think 5 hours and we tapped out.
Yeah. What comes up must come down. I ain't coming down that shit.
Oh, bro,
I'm gonna live here now.
I saw some people like that were physically disabled walking on these paths, and like there's no side railing. Like if you fall, you fall. And so I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you live once, but you ain't gonna live again if you fall over.
I must see it. That's why we need to get those fucking, I think it was those Chinese exoskeleton legs. Have you been seeing those? Yeah. I was like, all right, let's go to Machu Picchu.
That's what Batman had when he fought Bane, right?
Yes. 1,000%. That's exactly what he had. They just watched fucking the Dark Knight
Rises. Yeah.
Rises, and they were just like, fuck it. Yeah, we're going to make this.
I mean, that still didn't help him. Bane fucked him up. Bane didn't even like. That was what was so crazy is I think they should have leaned more into Bruce Wayne just being so beaten down from the Dark Knight. Like that whole night, that final night with like fighting the Joker and like having to like incapacitate cops and like hurting his knee. They should really emphasize how fucked up he was from that, right? Because Bane like just punches him. Like Bane doesn't really like do anything special to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of great. Like he's one dude in a bulletproof vest, and yeah, he's got some muscles, but like he ain't really like that tough. And then you have a fucking metallic suit, and he beats the dog shit out of you. That means Killmonger could have been a Batman.
Well, technically, yes.
Yeah.
And there's not enough prep work he could have done to fucking stop that ass whooping.
One of my favorite moments in that Black Panther episode, and I know it's controversial to some people, but my favorite like line from you on that episode is that T'Challa didn't even know if he could beat Killmonger with the suit. He said, "This guy's giving me the business."
Give me the herb. Give me the herb.
All right. Well, we gotta go back to this fucking See the Chucky movie. I hate it so much. Why did the doll keep peeing? And also, how does this doll work? Is it real or is it a plastic doll?
I don't know, but we also need to talk about the fact is like this doll needs to drink some fucking water because his pee was fucking bright fucking orange. It's so like, yo, gross. What is going on? And like it was thick.
Yeah,
bro, it was like concentrated fucking apple juice and with a lot less water than they need.
Yeah, it was gross, dude. I hate every moment of it. I hated every moment of this movie. I was really upset watching this.
Yeah.
You know why I was upset? Because Jennifer Tilly is an Oscar-nominated actress, right? She's fantastic. Like, no bullshit aside, folks, she's actually great in this movie. It's just the movie is so bad that you're kind of like, she must have gotten a hell of a payday to like, because she's carrying this not only on her back, on her tits, on her ass. She's carrying this movie with the whole strength of her being, because without her, this movie falls apart very, very quickly.
Yes. But Brandon, at the same time, this made money. So technically this was a hit.
Yeah, because the budget was what, 12 billion, made 24.8. I mean, it did okay. But like this was, like I said, this is the last theatrical Chucky movie besides
but for what
remake.
But Brandon, for what this was, this should not have made $1.
Oh yeah, especially after Bride of Chucky. Yeah, this somehow makes Bride of Chucky look like Citizen Kane. This is fucking nuts, man. This movie is so bad. The deaths are terrible. And it really showed like that I've said this before, the limitations of like a slasher character like Chucky, because there's only so many different ways he can kill people, right? Like in this movie, he decapitates some people with wire. He stabs people a bunch of times. Tiffany guts Red Man, which shout out to Tommy Ray getting some work out here.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Justin and I have a friend named Tommy Ray who did our Woodstock 99 episode. Really funny stories on that one, folks. Please go check it out. But he looks exactly like Red Man. It's insane.
Also, why in the hell did they just say, "Hey, we need Red Man in this movie"?
Yeah, it's so bad. And then she keeps Jennifer Cotillo keeps calling him Mr. Man and stuff. It's so bad. It's offensively bad. Also, Red Man is wearing that weird outfit that you had like in the early to mid 2000s, where like Usher did this too, where you wear like the white tee, a dress shirt, then you have the blazer over some jeans and shit, and then maybe like a do rag or a hat over the do rag. Like
some wide leg fucking jeans,
fucking layers. It's just
and some fucking diesel shoes.
This is obviously before climate change took effect, because niggas were just out here, no matter what the season, just wearing layered clothes and a blazer for some reason.
No, because this is at the time, and you remember clubs made it so black men, you need to wear a collar and you need to wear fucking shoes. So that's where Diesel came in, and they took up that market share. And then niggas were fucking basically trying to dress like Kanye West.
Yeah.
And so this was the hood version of that.
Yeah, that was insane. And then also Red Man was trying to get he didn't want Jennifer Tilly for this role in this movie that she's trying to get, because she's trying to get taken seriously as an actress again. He's like, "Oh, I'm really looking at Julia Roberts for my feature film director debut." I'm like, Red Man and Julia Roberts, anything together is insane. Like,
yes.
But at the same time, people would have said that possibly about Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. So what the fuck do I know?
There's a huge difference between Red Man and fucking the Snoop Dogg. Red Man is a pure, unadulterated nigga.
Yeah, have you seen his Cribs, MTV Cribs?
Yes, of course.
One of the most famous ones where he's like, he's just like it's like an apartment in Staten Island. He's like, "What's up?"
It's a fucking trap house. This nigga lives in a fucking squatter's den.
He had like his own CDs and shit. He was like, "Hey," I loved it. It was very humble.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not where he really lives. I think he just did that for fun.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. You never know, man. Like I remember, what was it? ODB. He never showed where he lived. What show was that? Where he like had like he was in a limo, but he had an EBT card, and he went to like the government office to get his food stamps or something. I was like, this thing is so out of control. Anyways, see to Chucky. The reason why Red Man fits in there and Jennifer Tilly is because Jennifer Tilly is working on the Chucky and Tiffany movie, right?
Yes.
They're making a movie in Hollywood called what's it? It's a stupid ass name. Chucky Goes Psycho, because there's a lot of psycho references and homages in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
But apparently these are the real fucking dolls of Tiffany and Chucky, because when shitface, soon to be called Glenn, brings them to life with electricity and shit, they're immediately like conscious and remember each other. So I was like, wait, why would they have the actual dolls for the movie? Like, that's insane.
Well, also, I mean, where are you gonna find the doll which is somewhat like the?
Yeah. Also, wouldn't Tiffany be burnt? Like, based on the last movie, wasn't she burnt to a crisp before she birthed that baby?
I guess. But also, Brandon, remember, in the second Chucky movie, they took that burnt up fucking Chucky doll out of the fireplace, and then they were just like, "Hey, let's just refurbish this." No, how about we not?
Yeah, that's how greedy they say corporations are. It's like, "Oh, voodoo doll, it's okay, refurbish, baby. We can still get some money out of this." Insane.
It's just a little Bernie. It's still good. It's still good.
So fucking crazy. What all that's about? This movie is. I hated this movie because then they started getting the gender fluid, like Chucky wants Shitface to be Glenn because he wants a boy. Tiffany says it's a girl, so Glenda. And because they revealed that they pulled down this doll's pants, by the way, reveal it has no genitals, and I was just like, who is this for? Because it's not for horror fans, it's not for comedy fans. It's just, what is this movie? Like, I would have been so pissed if I saw this in the movie theater. I would have been, what the fuck is going on?
And also, that doll pissed on himself 3 times in this film.
Yes.
Glenda. 3 times.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Crazy.
Out of control.
And then, oh my God. Because we got to talk about So Jennifer Tilly she invites Redman over to her house because she's going to seduce him to get the role for this movie. Because again, she's trying to get away from the Chucky franchise and be taken seriously again as an actress. So then she tries to seduce Redman. Tiffany, Chucky, and Glenn, they hide in the limousine that Tiffany could chauffeur around. Her limousine driver is apparently in love with her and shit. It's a whole there's a lot of weird shit happening, right?
Yeah.
And then so they basically go to Jennifer Tilly's house, right? She makes this weird dinner and stuff like that for them. No, that's actually after she figures out that she's pregnant, because she's getting some champagne, and then we see Chucky and Tiffany put sleeping pills in the bottle, and I'm like, that's enough. Those are enough sleeping pills to kill them.
Yes.
That's not going to knock Redman out. That's going to kill both of them. And then Jennifer Tilly ends up running, like, because she sees Tiffany, and then she screams and she knocks herself out, basically. And I'm like, so for a lot of women just slip and fall in this fucking movie. It's insane. But yeah, so basically Jennifer Tilly.
Wait, no. She threw that trophy at her and hit her in the back.
No, before that, remember, she slipped and fell.
Yeah, but she didn't get knocked out.
Yeah. And so they tied them up because they're basically like, we're going to possess them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to put Chucky's baby in Jennifer Tilly. So then Chucky has to jerk off into a cup. And they use a turkey baster to fill her up.
Nigga,
and then basically
we got to stop right there.
Yeah.
Also, Chucky fills that fucking cup up. So way too much cum coming out of a fucking doll.
It's not that much, actually. It's like this much. I mean, it's more than a doll should have, for sure.
It's more. That's more nut than most men have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, have you had to fill up a cup before?
Nigga, that wasn't a small cup.
It was like I don't know. I mean,
that's a big ass cup, and then it filled the entire turkey baster.
I mean, yeah, the amount that he poured it, like he shot into the cup, didn't match the amount that she sucked into the turkey baster.
That was nuts.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
also the fact that we got a close up of Chucky's cum dripping out of the turkey baster was way too much for me.
It was disgusting.
Way too much for me.
It was all a nightmare. I hated every single moment of it. This was not a fun watch. This was torturous. Tatiana fell asleep several times. I couldn't fall asleep because I service you all as listeners. Okay, I do the job. Some people fall asleep during movies. I bet you that if you put a lie detector on Justin, there's a few movies that we watched in this show where he's like, I fell asleep, but like nobody has to know. So I pay attention. I stay awake for all these motherfucking films, and I did that for Seed of Chucky. And I hate where my life is at this point. I fell into a depression after watching this movie because I was also like,
somebody got paid well for this.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, as someone who is an aspiring like writer and director and stuff, like the fact that this movie got greenlit and like killed the theatrical potential of this franchise is incredibly frustrating to me because apparently the writer director, he was working out like past experiences, figuring out his sexuality and coming out and stuff like that, according to our producer Yubia's research. And I'm like, okay, I can respect that, and I get that this is your character, but like you literally single-handedly killed your own franchise.
Yeah.
After this, it was just direct video Chucky movies, and like I guess they did the Chucky TV show, which I've heard mixed things about, but I'm like, this wasn't it. I would have been furious. I would have asked for a refund, maybe. Because this is back in the time when the theaters sometimes gave you refunds.
But Brandon, like this is also like the dialogue was horrible in this. It's more than one thing that's wrong.
Yes.
There's way too much in this which is just like it's almost unwatchable at points.
Oh yeah, for the beginning, like with the British ventriloquist that like took in Glenn / Shitface, and like they're doing this weird act, and it's called Sykes and Shitface, and it's just so bad, and like that actor's terrible. And then you have like all Chucky and Tiffany are both killing people and telling Glenn to keep it a secret, and it's just so fucking stupid. Like I didn't care. Even like Chucky
then,
being like insane, Chucky like says some wild shit in this movie, especially when it came to like figuring out Glenda's sexuality and stuff like that. He was saying some wild shit. And then you have Redman over here, one of the few black people in the whole fucking franchise. There's a period in 2000s where black rappers were acting coons, like coons in horror movies. It was him and Busta Rhymes in Halloween 9. I'm sure I'm missing some other folks. Like, what the fuck was going on back then?
Because they were bankable, because they were going to bring audiences.
I had a vasectomy. What? That's the best take they had.
Did he say? He said vasectomy. You were right because he said it weird.
And then Tiffany guts him, and he had all these sausages pop out his fucking stomach opening.
And for some reason, they're like steaming hot, and
yeah,
it's almost like it's like like acid.
Maybe it is. I don't know. Like, I wonder if innards do smolder when they're like outside the body for a few. It's possible.
I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. That whole thing was just weird.
Yeah, that was like the worst fake looking guts I've ever seen in a horror film. Like, wasn't because our intestines is long, but it wasn't remotely. It's not that big. Like it's long, but it's not like thick like fucking several sausages packed into one thing like casing. It's wild how thick they made the guts.
And also I couldn't watch the nigga sitting there eating. That was fucking gross.
Yeah, there's some really gross moments in this movie. I think that's one of the reasons why I was dreading watching this. I'd never seen the movie in its entirety. I'd seen scenes that grossed me out. Like the whole Glenn peeing was gross. I knew that Chucky jerked off in this movie. Like that was gross. But then Redman eating. Jennifer Tilly, like she's just really fucking weird in this. But like I said, she makes the movie. Like Jennifer Tilly, because I also remember like I was reminded like Jennifer Tilly was a smoke show. She doesn't look bad now. She's on a housewife show. She's 67, by the way. And
as I'm looking her up currently. But
her last name is her full name is Jennifer Ellen Chan. She's half Asian. I never knew that.
I could see that.
Well, like, when you like actually like think about like she's a Chinese and Irish and Finnish actually. Yeah. It's always people that have all these mixes. That's like, if you want to make it remotely successful in Hollywood, you got to be mixed with someone. It's very hard to just be like one thing. You know what I mean? But barely anybody's just one thing these days. That's what's so ironic.
They want something that's exotic that's going to keep people's eyes on the screen. That's what it comes down. There's just like, but also at the same time, they're like, oh well, is she black? Is she white? Or all this. Like, so the more ambiguous you are, the better. That's why, even though I wouldn't want my sons to be a part of this fucking horrible industry, at the same time, they are built for this industry. Just look alone.
I hear you. Yes, the industry is fucking crazy. But Jennifer Tilly, she has had a solid career. It's just wild that like it had to. One of the caps is on this, but she did say in the Housewife show, according to Tati, that like it pays for snacks, that the residuals on the shit. So she makes some money. Yeah, she makes some money from this franchise. I mean, we're so off the rails. By the time we got to Bride of Chucky, we're just so far gone and jumping the shark and being insane that like by the time they have the kid who's like literally has a scene where he's mimicking Tommy Wiseau. He's like, "You're tearing me apart," and he has that weird British accent because it's played by Billy Boyd from Lord of the Rings, the least recognizable member of the Fellowship of the Ring. Like it's so fucking egregious the things that are happening in this fucking movie. We have a karate fight scene between Glenn and Chucky.
I mean, Glenn / Glenda.
and Chucky.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
terrible.
nuts.
Who thought that was a good idea? It looked crazy.
So that's the thing. I know that they were just like, oh well, we're gonna insert some comedy into this, but this wasn't funny. It was just bad.
Yeah,
like it wasn't the least bit funny. And and this is billed as a hybrid horror comedy, but there's nothing funny about this. The comedy is atrocious. It's basically like, somebody who's never done comedy before. It's just like, I know what's funny, and then they just did it. It's like, it's not a good look. It's such not a good look.
Well, also to me, the funniest part was when their kids started developing a twitch, but then we find out that's like part of their split personality. The killer instincts come in or something. I thought it was just a twitch because his parents are fucking nuts.
And then the whole psycho thing where Glenda is dressed like the mom, and so, this is hard to watch. This is so hard to get through.
Yeah, absolutely terrible. I mean, then we also have kid possession at the end because they're able to successfully transfer Glenn and Glenda into these twin babies that Jennifer Tilly gets impregnated with and births within 48-hour cycle. And so at the end, we have possessed children, and we have that terrible fucking voiceover from Billy Boyd, like, I don't know why I fully fit in, but I am a human boy now. Oh, I have a package. Oh, it's my daddy's arm. Ah! Cut the credits. And
he pisses himself. And they used the same shot of the shoes that they did from the beginning of the film.
Yeah. I really, my last note for this movie, my very last note for Seed of Chucky is, why won't this movie end? ? 2 exclamation marks.
This was the end of the franchise, right?
No, like I said, there's some direct-to-video additions. There's the TV show. Like, Chucky continued. I don't know whether or not they continued this storyline or like they did something else, but yeah, there's more Chucky content.
Okay, no, so this film was followed by The Curse of Chucky in 2013.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some more Chucky to go into. So this isn't over yet. We got some more stuff to cut down the pipe. Those kids, the real life kids, look fucking crazy.
Nigga.
They look really nuts, dude.
Nigga.
Like
with those fucking Raggedy Ann fucking wigs that they have on, like nuts.
Fucking insane, dude. I was offended for them. I was like, how dare they? How dare they do that to these children? Insane.
This whole movie just felt like they were trying to punish us.
It did. It did feel like we were like paying penance for something. Maybe as Chucky fans.
Who fucked up?
You don't want to
chose them off.
You could have spent your money on anything, motherfucker. This is my fever dream.
For a second, I thought you said you the one who chose. Like it was me who chose. Like I ain't chose.
We talked about Tarantino at the last episode we recorded on the day of this thing. Apparently, Quentin Tarantino was originally offered Redman's role, which was written for him. I wonder why he turned it down.
I'll tell you why. Because he didn't get to touch Jennifer Tilly's feet. Yeah, that's probably. It's like if you work feet into it now you're wetting my beak.
I don't like how you said wetting my beak. I don't like that. Very unsettling.
So okay, if you add feet into it, and can I say nigger 45 times?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I remember like the most impressive thing about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is fucked up, is that he did drop an N-bomb. But he did talk about Mexicans quite a few. I'm like, oh, that's his new N-word. He just talks about Mexicans in every movie.
Yeah, he gets to say cholo in that one. He's just like, yeah, that sounds great to me. Did you see that interview with him? I think he was talking about Django. He was on stage with like Sam Jackson and and it's like a bunch. And then he's like, he's really trying to black it up. And I was like,
I've seen that.
Quentin,
I've seen that before.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Incredibly talented dude, but like definitely does a lot of cringe things for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like yeah. He's often should keep his mouth shut. That's just put it on just put it on the paper. Even though sometimes what's on the paper is a lot of N words. Just like, but at the same time, you know what's crazy? And I think you know what's so fucking crazy about everything with Tarantino and like the N word use and stuff like that, which is excessive at times. I think he was trying to tell us, like, oh, you know, white people talk like this all the fucking time. I think he was legit trying to like be like, I don't know who y'all be hanging out with. And I know like everyone's like in the PC, everyone's careful because think about the climate we're in now. I think he was just trying to put a mirror to everything. Like, hey, this is how white people talk when black people aren't around. And sometimes they talk about black people in the face.
Yeah, that's true. Or you have their friendly black person who they could just drop it around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if you I don't know if you saw this, but apparently there was a clip going around of this show that was produced by Ice Cube, and it was about like it was a race swap show.
Okay.
And so they turned, black people into white people into black people, and then they had like a black chaperone.
Oh, like
white girls,
like cosmetic makeup and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I remember the show.
This one guy who I guess who was very, who was very against the ideas that black and white people live different experiences. Once he got into makeup, he just starts dropping N-bombs all over the fucking place. It's like he was like Frank in fucking It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Or he was like Dave in that Chris Brown collab song, Freaky Friday. He was like, he's like, I'm the black guys. What up, my nigga? What's up, my nigga? That's insane.
But like, but then he goes to something and they're talking about like, racial insensitivity, and it's like a black panel and they talk about all this stuff like that's happened to him. And he's basically in his blackface, and he's having conversations, basically saying that, like, this so-called racism isn't a big deal, and it doesn't bother me, and you shouldn't be bothered either. It's like it was just wild, and it also showed how like the moment that the black people got in the white people in the white face, they were just like, okay, whatever, and they did their best. But the moment the white people got in there, they, for one, immediately got horny and just got really fucking like weird, and it just did a bunch of weird shit. But like, husband and wife, she's like, oh my God, that's my black queen right there. I'm in love with her. And it's like they like all over each other. Like, bro, it was nuts. This is fucking nuts.
Ice Cube was involved in this. He's probably watching the dailies like, oh no, this shit's going off the rails. They're gonna fucking crucify me. Everything Ice Cube does, he's probably like, this has to be on point. Otherwise, I'm gonna get fucking shredded online.
Well, and then also, considering where Ice Cube is at now, with everything, or maybe he was trying to tell us something this whole entire time. Yeah, I'm a thug, but I'm also Black MAGA. And the hat comes on.
This script, okay, so earlier drafts of this script involved Glenn dreaming of Chucky killing Bride of Chucky characters and featured darker cameos from previous leads. So maybe Andy would come back or Katherine Heigl's character. Okay.
There's no way.
Joe Pantoliano was also considered for Redman's role. Man, that dude was Ralphie on The Sopranos, one of the most notorious TV villains of all time. But they were going to get him on this shit. I would have been like, yo, my career's over. Like, there's got to be some things you do as like an actor where you're like, oh no, like it's over.
This is it.
Yeah,
this is it.
This has to be it. Like I remember, like like going back to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like where DiCaprio's characters being offered like Italian movies and shit. I guess it's like because of death as like a Hollywood actor. So I imagine like nowadays it's like Masked Singer. You know what I mean? If you're on Masked Singer, or if like you're a bit player on like FBI or something like that.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely like those, Masked Singer shows and things like that. I'd say that's it. Or like You Think You Can Dance. A celebrity.
Dancing with the Stars.
Dance with the Stars.
Yeah, because so you think you could dance? Yeah, someone's actually got to dance in order to be able to do that shit. Because you got to be flipping and shit.
But you actually, you know what's it's weird because like Dancing with the Stars is actually, I guess no, because Dancing with the Stars almost kind of seemed like a career revival.
It can be. It can be if you do it right. Like that can propel you. Like I mean, think about Alberto. Like he's fucking hosting it now. That was a huge career resurgence for him.
Yeah, because he's hosting it now, but he was also doing what's that fucking thing? America's Home Videos, and he's been doing that forever.
Yeah.
So,
hey, he out here working. But like I think like Dancing with the Stars isn't as detrimental. I think if you had to do for sure Masked Singer, I think if you had to do like certain if I have to do like what is it, the fucking Friday the 13th TBS show or some shit, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm in trouble. Like I'm just saying things aren't looking great for old Brandon over here.
Yep,
or Star Troopers 7, it's not gonna be great. Like things are looking well for old Brandon. I mean, yeah, it sucks. It sucks though to be in that place in your career and stuff like that, because there's so many actors and there's always like so much competition, and it can just be one thing that you spend a lot of time doing, and maybe you're on the cutting room floor. So then people are like, "Where the fuck you been?" Like, because I just saw Tron 3 last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Cameron Monaghan, who's like he's the lead in these Star Wars games, like Fallen Order and stuff like that. He was on Shameless. He was the Joker on Gotham, right? He's building the movie, right? He's in the movie for 30 seconds, and he doesn't even have a line. Yikes. So I'm like, he obviously got cut. Like, I mean, because like they had him enough like where he's in like, it's a few fades, but he's in the opening credits, like as a character in it. So you're like, oh, like his role had to be fucking butchered out of this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Which happens.
Well, but then you have to ask the question, why was it butchered out of here?
Yeah. And that sucks. Because as an actor, especially, that could create imposter syndrome. It could just be for pacing wise, like, because I was thinking about his character, I'm like, pacing wise, it probably just didn't make sense. Like, it's probably like he's adding extra layers to Jared Leto's character or whatever the fuck, but it doesn't really add anything to the experience. Like, whether focus groups identified that, or just like organically they're in the editing bay and they're like cutting stuff. Because dude, I love James Gunn. James Gunn, like what he's doing with the DCU, Peacemaker and shit, he's got something going on. He did an interview recently where he talked about, do you watch Peacemaker by any chance?
I haven't watched the second season. I need to watch
the vigilante character, right? So he said the vigilante character, they had filmed 5 episodes with a different actor and realized it wasn't working. So they literally went back. They fired that. He fired that actor, recast it, and they filmed all those scenes again. Because he was also like, I'm under budget, which I'm like, that's incredible that he's under budget. But he said, like, I had to do it. And I just love people that are willing to say, like, hey, like in real time, I'm watching it in editing and it's not working. And I'm like, I have to make a pivot. And so that's possibly what happened. But like going back is sometimes it happens to actors. They don't even know sometimes that they got cut because maybe their reps are protecting them. Maybe they just, no one just has told them yet. Right. So they go to the premiere or they're like, they get word. And then you realize I lost 2 to 3 months of something I thought I was going to have a good role in. And now I'm nowhere. Didn't they have him with that Jonathan Brandis character after? Isn't that why he killed himself? Because he was in that Bruce Willis, Terrence Howard movie. His whole role got cut and he committed suicide.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Heart's War. He thought that was going to be his career resurgence. We should probably do that movie at some point. He thought that was going to be a career revival. He got cut through the whole thing. And then he took his life.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, that's
people
tough.
Do that,
that's
man.
tough.
Robin Williams, they're not saying that that's the catalyst for why he took his life, but when that CBS show he did with Sarah Michelle Gellar got canceled, he took that really hard, I think.
Well, I mean, there's also things like because he was getting Alzheimer's, right, or dementia,
possibly,
I heard that it was Alzheimer's or dementia, one of those that he was getting, so it was making it very hard for him. And then, like, he just, like, he didn't know what he was going to be, yeah. It was just tough in its own right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at the actor from, folks, you can obviously tell we're done talking about Cedar Chucky, but look at that.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Eric Dane, I think from Grey's Anatomy. He has Eric Dane. He was McDreamy.
Okay. Yeah.
Or McSteamy. He's McSteamy, I think. But yeah, he has I don't know, it's MLS. He has something. He has something that's like, and he's basically severely handicapped at this point. He wasn't able to appear at the Emmys recently, yeah, man, like you can get something that's like a career ender. I think that's Chris Hemsworth said he has like some kind of genetic, like he has some kind of like health issue where
no, he could be genetically it's possible he may get dementia in the future. That's what it was.
Yeah. So he's starting, like you said, like, hey, I'm gonna like be very selective of what I do over the next few years, and not that anyone's like, oh my god, we're gonna miss Chris Hemsworth, but like he's talking about like I'm probably gonna have to retire earlier than I expect because of certain things.
Yeah, I mean, well, look at Bruce Willis.
Yeah, that one's tough because obviously like your father had dementia, my grandfather.
Yeah.
And I think for me, like that's one of the saddest things about that disease is like you were Bruce Willis, man. You were like at one point you were one of the biggest action stars in the world. Not
and
in
he doesn't remember it.
He doesn't remember any of it. He doesn't remember any stories. He probably doesn't remember. And that's such a, like I remember talking to my papa and being like asking him about like, oh, a trip or something like that. Because he used to travel every year. He would go around the world and stuff. Doesn't remember any.
Yeah.
And that's like, even if I showed him pictures, he'd be like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, and that's so heartbreaking. I think it's one of the most diseases ever.
Yeah, it definitely is, especially if you're somebody who lived their life for experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's, listen, like, we talked about how, like, I got the thing they said, I'm low in B12, and it's like, it could lead you having dementia. Yeah, I don't fuck around. I take that for shit every fucking morning. I ain't messing with that shit. That's a lot, because I know it is. I've seen, the end game of that stuff. So I was like, that's really scary. It's really fucking scary. And I understand. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Wrap up.
No. It's just one of those things. It's like, bro, like I'm after that, became far more conscious, and I'm looking for every possible thing to stave off, having mental lapses in the future. I've just bought fucking like daily green gummies and shit like that has a little bit more B12 in it, and just all of these other things. It's just like,
I should get some of those. I need to get some B12 and some zinc.
Yeah, bro, it's like, people don't realize, but it's shit that you're not worrying about until you're fucking, it comes into your life where you're just like, oh, I may have to worry about this. Like, nah.
Yeah.
And I know how hard it is on, family and stuff like that. I wouldn't want to put my fucking family through that shit.
Yeah. I think for me, that's
horrible.
Absolutely. And I think, but, and this is like kind of like, with these horror films, right? Like, I think that's why recent stuff like Weapons and things like that are kind of like doing a different take on the horror genre. Like, obviously, this is different. This is a slasher movie, but it's also trying to be funny. Like, you got to do something different. You know what I mean? And also, like, if you're going to be horror, like, you need to, like, scare the fuck up. Like, you need to just, like, at least have one good scare.
Yeah.
If you're going to have the horror genre stamp to your movie, there has to be at least one good jump scare or, like, cool effect or something that warrants that categorization. Because this movie had nothing. This movie, like you said, it wasn't funny. In horror aspect, it was more like creepy and unsettling because of the fucking Glenn design more than anything else. Because I'm like, why the fuck is he green? Is he jaundiced? He's like greenish yellow. Tiffany and Chucky have like basically like they're like, peach, like no, not peach color, but they're white. They're white out.
I know what you mean.
This nigga looks like the dude from Street Fighter. What is going on? They don't even address it. He's got freckles.
Fucking Blanca.
Like, yeah,
and he has those jagged ass teeth.
Yeah. No one talks about it. No one addresses it. Even Chucky makes fun of him. Chucky's like, this is the ugliest motherfucker I've ever seen.
Yeah. This is a wild fucking movie, bro.
Yeah, man. And also, okay. So if Chucky was able to impregnate Tiffany, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't Chucky just fuck Jennifer Tilly?
Yeah.
Obviously, they didn't want to go that graphic with the film, but like logic-wise, the way you presented this to me, he could have easily just fucked Jennifer Tilly and it's over.
Yeah.
Because what would it matter to Tiffany if she's going to possess his body anyway?
Yeah, she like just do the possession and then just nut up in her.
Yeah.
And then
also, but they could have easily just possessed Redman and Jennifer Tilly in that moment, fought, had the kid. I mean, I guess they were trying to expedite the situation and get like Glenn in the baby's body and stuff. But there were so many other ways to go besides the gross turkey baster Chucky has to jerk off into a cup thing. Besides trying to be funny, and then you just took this into cuckoo bananas. I mean, we're already talking about a killer fucking serial doll. Like, I don't think people understand. This movie gets so off the rails. Even Chucky does a timeout in the movie. Chucky literally is like, he's like, I don't care about being human anymore. This is so fucking crazy, and I have a huge threshold for crazy. Like, this is even crazy for me. So I'm done.
Literally says this.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done. But then Tiffany is like, all right, well, I'm gonna take Glenn and we're gonna leave you. And he's like, then no one leaves me. And then he just starts killing everybody. And you're like, wait, why should Chucky care anymore? He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I hate it all. But
I really do too.
Our producer really pulled some Letterboxd reviews. Let's see if they hated this movie equally as much as we did, or if they enjoyed it. CK wrote on Letterboxd, when your circle's small, but y'all crazy. 3 out of 5 stars. Okay. I mean, I guess, you find the one that you connect with that, likes to
love the one you with.
Just what you see. We also saw Doll Tits. I hated this movie. Okay. Night Chingy wrote, this is hands down the best one. Are you guys dumb? 4.5 out of 5 stars.
I'm hoping that he was being facetious when he said that, but okay. Whatever, nigga.
Isu wrote, Chucky might be a serial killer, but at least he's a supportive dad. 5 out of 5 stars. I mean, he does get chopped up by Glenn, and he says, attaboy. Fucking nuts. Also, how many times has Chucky been chopped up at this point? He's got to have
keep on coming back
that no one's ever felt before. No, he keeps coming back though. That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like he ain't done. He like you ain't gonna stop him.
Emma wrote, did more for the LGBT community than most governments have. 4 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
And then Willow McLay wrote, Chucky and Tiffany are legitimately better at handling questions of gender than most parents. No stars, but you know what? That actually, from the director or writer's perspective, maybe he did, like, that's a conversation he wanted his parents to have, like the debate, like, is he a boy? Is he a girl? Like, what do we do? How do we accept our son and make sure or our child and make sure they feel loved? Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Have that conversation. Not in a fucking Chucky movie. It's insane. Like, I literally thought I was going crazy, dude. Like, you don't understand. This movie is like 85 minutes. And I'm just like, Tati was waking up. She's like, what is happening? I'm like, I couldn't tell you. I don't know how we got here. I don't know why they look like the way they look. I don't know why Jennifer Tilly's doing this and why she's giving an A+ performance in a D- movie. It doesn't add up. I'm like, Justin, I wanted to stop. Like I told you, I love you, Media Popcorn fans, because this is one of the few movies where I legit didn't want to keep going. And the movie didn't end. It just kept fucking going. There's epilogue after epilogue for some reason in this fucking movie. They jumped 5 years later. And Tiffany, like Jennifer Tilly apparently has been possessed by Tiffany. Tiffany took over her body before she got killed by Chucky. And she's fucking got this whole neighborhood. Like, she's like fucking Mr. Rogers in this creepy ass Tim Burton-esque neighborhood. And she's just with her children. And it's so unsettling. And it's not even funny. It's so fucking weird, man. And there's no explanation for this weirdness. The creator, you know what? That's the problem with creators. That's the problem with creators and people that write and direct their own shit and probably don't take notes from anybody. That's why, like, the Social Network 2 coming out, I'm not as excited as a lot of people in like entertainment are, because Aaron Sorkin writing the script. That's cool. That's cool, right? They're recasting, like, Jesse Eisenberg's being replaced with Jeremy Strong. I can deal with that. But Aaron Sorkin directing, he is one of those writers where he needs someone else to direct his shit. Because when you're too close to it, you're probably not getting the right kind of feedback to make it as good as possible, because you have your own vision in it, and that vision might just be for an audience of one. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that was building up in the Chucky franchise to get to this point.
Yeah,
and so for the creator of this character to go in this direction, that's a specifically solely personal reason, and not what the audience was asking for, not what anyone was exploring. You know what I mean? Or anticipating. Like, so Yeah, I just even the poster when you see like the Chucky and Tiffany looking over a cradle and there's a baby with like a little shaker and stuff. It doesn't
Yeah.
apply that this is going to be like a gender fluid child and like there's going to be a lot of really weird, complex conversations happening. Like if I'm going to a horror film and expecting like to be scared and shit, like this is I would be so fucking frustrated watching this movie. Not saying that
So,
again the conversation doesn't need to be had, but not in this context, not in this like.
well, and like you said, like it's Chucky is not the vehicle for having that conversation. Also, like, you know, this is less a horror film as much as it is a weird comedy film. Like he actually ruined the whole like meaning behind these films. Like it's so different and so crazy. It's just like there's a reason you shot this in Romania. You know what I'm saying? Because like, like nobody wanted to be a part of this shit.
Yeah, it's
This is a very it was a very there's a lot of weird things that were shoehorned into this film. A lot of bad casting choices and just overall like this whole movie is nonsense.
100%. 100%. Having said that, Justin, break down our rating system, baby.
Stop calling me baby. Guys, you know how we do this. We rate movies bags of popcorn, small, medium, large, and the XL for the exceptional. If a film doesn't deserve any hot, buttery, delicious popcorn, we throw it into the stale popcorn pile. We pile piles and piles of stale popcorn on top of it. So, Brandon, we watched the 2004 whatever film, Seed of Chucky. And the fact that they refer to their son as their seed is so ridiculous. What say you, sir?
Oh, this gets this how many minutes? This is what 87. It's 86 minutes R-rated version and 87 minutes unrated version. So I'm giving this 87 piles of stale popcorn. This is absolutely terrible. This is one of the worst horror films we've had to watch for the show, bar none. And it just completely it's a franchise killer. It's absolutely a franchise killer. Like I would write off the Chucky character after this. Like this is so egregious to what, and the fact that it was the creator himself that did it is so wild to me, which means this property was probably better off. Like they created the concept of Chucky and it was better off without them, you know?
Yeah.
I don't feel the same. Yeah, like it's the opposite of how I feel about George Lucas and Star Wars. I'm honestly like they probably should have let him keep it if that's what they did with his properties. Mandalorian aside, I get Andor is probably pretty good, but like, yeah, this creator, I can't believe this creator single-handedly destroyed his own franchise. What's your rating, Justin?
I'm gonna give you took 87, so I'm gonna give this 86 for the rated R version. Piles of stale popcorn. This is one of those films that definitely should never have been made.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the definition of screwing the pooch. Like I don't get what the reason was for this. You know, they wasted Jennifer Tilly on this one. I hope she got a good check for it.
I think she had to.
Yeah. Redman, what the fuck was he even doing here? But it was too much of like what is happening right now. You know, for this to be sustainable as a series and then just overall as a movie, because every like 10 minutes I was just like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm being very conservative by saying 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was a lot. It wasn't good, dude. It was just not good. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. That's our review on Seed of Chucky. So, yeah.
I push my seed in the push for life. I push it naked because I'm taking a tail.
I don't know either. I don't know what to do. But yeah, folks, that's our review of Seed of Chucky. As always, you can follow the show at Medium P Podcast on all social media platforms. You can follow me at Frodo_Blackens on Instagram and Threads, FrodoBlackens.com for show dates. And also take yourself over to YouTube.com/Medium Popcorn Podcast and push that subscribe button so you get a little about all future reviews and celebrity interviews. And if you're listening to this during the month of October, take a screenshot of you leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast application. Send it in the email to mediumpod@gmail.com by October 31st. So you're eligible for some free Medium Popcorn swag. And just how can people follow you as well support the show financially, baby?
Stop calling me baby. I try to sneak that one in there. Guys, you can follow me at jbrowndid on all social media platforms. You can follow this show and support this show on Patreon, patreon.com/mediumpopcorn. We have $2, $5, $10, and $15 packages. Guys, Patreon is where you need to be. We have all of our backlogs on Patreon. We have so much content. It is absolutely stupid how much stuff we have on there. Bonus episodes. Guys, Patreon, where's that? Again, patreon.com/mediumpopcorn.
There you go, baby. Lock it up, put it down. Everybody get around.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all soon.
Yeah. Jerk off in a cup. What?